Hey guys, this is Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com, and today we have Divya Kothari on the call, who is an intern of the Digital Deepak internship program batch 2. So hey Divya, how are you doing?
Thank you, sir. It's a great opportunity because this brings me back the memory. So this is the exact photo that I saw of you when
Okay.
I first saw you, and it was the 100-day vlogging course for which I signed up. And I think I saw some group post of yours where you were asking people, getting the feedback from your students as to which certificate is the best. And I was like, okay, let's join this course because I was in the I got your email. I was like, so right now I'm sitting here. This is coming coming a full circle. Okay, I saw that person. Now I'm sitting here interacting with that same person. This is like amazing feeling. Amazing feeling.
Glad to know that. Glad to know that. In fact, I'm planning to recreate the entire 100-day blogging course and probably call it the 100-day digital marketing course or something. And this time it will probably have like a new format. So stay tuned for it, and it will be very exciting.
I'm very sure you'll do it because the kind of plannings that you all do, that you do. In fact, the last time you were sharing the mind map with the interns, it was like it's going to be huge. It's going to be
Yeah,
huge.
yeah. I mean, like for batch 4, I have made it like a 12-week program covering all the parts of digital marketing. And batch 1 and batch 2 was more like an MVP for me to just kind of put the experiment out there and see people, how people respond to it. Will they do the assignments? What if I give very tough assignments? Will people still do it? And one of the things that surprised me was no matter what the difficulty was of the assignment was, people always went ahead and did it. And people loved taking those challenges. Hmm.
सर कितने
So
लोग का जॉब उड़वाइएगा कितने लोग का बिजनेस खराब करिएगा
no, I think, see, I am actually expanding the entire market size. It's creating more opportunities for more trainers. If there are thousands of people who learn the basics of digital marketing, and then it creates opportunity for more trainers who want to teach advanced digital marketing within specific areas or mentor people and things like that. So I am not necessarily thinking it as that I'm taking away the market share from other people, but yeah, I mean, like there are people who sell low quality courses, and obviously they will suffer because I am giving like a high quality course and I'm also giving the money back.
सर हंसी के लिए कुछ ना कुछ तो बोलना पड़ता है ना आई नो व्हाट यू डू विद द इंटेंशन बट हंसी मजाक के लिए तो बोलना पड़ता है
No, as you said, it's definitely impacting the market for people who are, just out there doing some, coaching which is not that great, and they are charging money for it. In fact, digital marketing institutes used to charge something like 50,000 rupees for the entire course.
आई नो
And then they would have like a sales team, and the sales team would do false promises and everything, and people would sign up for the course and they might not even take action. So
वेरी ट्रू
mm.
I think this internship model that you came up with was, I think, I think a very new thing for me because I had never
Mm.
seen things like that, and that was the reason why I joined this internship because I had all your courses, by the way,
Mm. Mm.
and I was running a fitness studio and I was also handling my father's business operation. So he's into photography, videography business, and I was not getting time, and I was always procrastinating. अच्छा ठीक है कभी कल कर लेंगे, and then all the courses.
Mm.
But जब ये internship का आया, and I was like, so I have the risk of losing money, and
Mm.
if I do good, I can win.
Mm.
And I didn't have the confidence, but I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. At least I'll learn it. At least I'll
Yeah.
learn it. So I did it, and I got the money back, and that's amazing. It feels, I mean, that I learned it for free.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's amazing.
that's the
Everybody
entire
like win,
point,
win,
right?
win,
It's
win.
like for people who take action and people who implement things and people who learn things, for them it should be free, and that's how you make education free, right? And it takes a lot of balls to do it because there was a risk that I might have lost money with the internship, and I'm also funding this with the other course sales and other business operations that I have. So right now it is time to create impact and teach as many people as possible. So that is how I have designed the system like that. And a lot of people have tried to copy the same model, but I don't think they can copy because I have other sources of revenue. And just like startups take investors money and fund it, and subsidize the, like, they give free shipping. If it is like a new e-commerce store, they give deep discounts. And all that happens because they have investor money and they can burn through the investors money. I lost you for a
Yeah,
second. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I'm back. But they take investors' money and burn that capital. I have sources of other sources of income. So I'm that's why I'm able to give like 100% of the cash back, and it's almost like break even for me. And this is the brand building phase, and a lot of people have tried to copy the internship program. They have not got enough traction, and that's because they don't like understand the model like I do. They don't understand the customers like I do. They have not put in years into building a personal brand like I have done. And most of the people who joined my internship program are the people who have already bought my courses. And again, the courses itself is creating the pain point in the first place, where they are like, okay, I went through the courses, I did not take action, and now I need a course where I am forced to take action.
I completely relate to that. That was my case. So yeah,
Without having those courses and without having quality in those courses, people are never going to have the confidence to put in like 15,000-20,000 rupees into an internship program and also say that okay, I will take action and commit to that. People will not have that confidence. It has to be like a multi-year brand building exercise and value providing exercise before something like the internship program can work. So yeah, I mean, happy to be in a situation where there is good traction in the market. I think we have around 8,500 applications for the batch 4 already, and
wow, 8,500.
500
I mean,
applications. Yes,
but it's good. But it's good that you automated the whole stuff before that.
yes.
Otherwise, अगर इस internship की तरह 800 लोग की जगह 8,500 लोग होते तो सर
See, what I have done is that for the next internship, I am going to have recorded sessions, but I'm also going to have live sessions. So in the live session, I will tell what it is about, give them the main concepts, and then I will ask them to go and watch like the recorded videos. And there are a bunch more tweaks that I am still yet to finalize and seeing what is going to work best. And there are some more tricks I have, which I'm not going to reveal until the internship program is launched.
एक चीज और सर आप देखे होंगे what I've seen what I've felt is it is not the money that impulses people to take action, it is the loss of something, because
Yes.
like I paid for all your courses but I had no loss because I knew I had for entire lifetime, but now I had the risk of losing it.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is why I took the action. So that is a great concept that people think oh अच्छा पैसे दे देंगे तो I'm like okay, no, it's not. You when you lose something only then you take
Yes,
action.
yes. People always put more attention when there is a potential that they will lose something than the possibility of gaining something. If I say that, hey, Divya, go and do this, you will earn 5,000 rupees. Versus if I say, hey, go, if you don't do this, you will lose 5,000 that you already have.
Exactly.
Then you will do the thing where you don't want to lose the 5,000 that you already have. So in fact, I am going to call it security deposit. I am not even going to call it course fee. I'm going to call it like, security refundable security deposit, so that it's very clear for people that it is their money, it's going to come back, but only if they complete the assignments.
That would be a great thing to do.
Yeah.
और ये जो सर चीज है ना, this goes in line with never split a difference. There's a book if you have read it.
I have read it. I
Yeah.
have applied all the methods
Yeah.
also in client negotiations.
So negotiation में concept क्या था? Appeal to people's self-interest.
Yes.
So the self-interest of not losing something, that is what is working at play here to a large part, I feel. Yeah. Achha, sir, because you said about bookkeeping, book reading. So I asked you for your address for painting and everything. So like, what is a book reading style? Like, how do you read books? Like, do you take notes like Ryan Holiday and Robert Greene system? Because I have this note-keeping system, so note card system. So I have these notes, and I take notes here whenever I read something after I'm done reading the book. So do you take notes or do you just keep reading and revisiting the whole stuff?
See, I buy a lot of books, and
Same pinch.
Fantastic. I can see in your background. I don't have like a fancy bookshelf behind me, but I have a lot of books. And there's some people are like not okay with this method, but some people say that I'm wasting money. But my method is that I buy a book and I read 10% of it, and then I read 10% of it.
So that is called syntopical reading. That means you're not like sitting at it like it's a job, but you're just reading it with the flavor.
Yes.
So yeah, please continue.
And you can like browse through random pages, read a random chapter. So I figured out that even if you try, you cannot read all the books in your lifetime, all the best books in your lifetime. Even if you filter out the top book, there are so many books out there. And the idea is that how much can you read? If you need to read overall, like instead of reading like 20 books in my life and having finished all the books, I would rather read 100 books, and I would have spent a lot more time reading books if I had read like part by part. And this is like a general thing with humans, right? They want a closure, they want completion, and they are not ready to, let things hanging. And even if they start watching a movie, and if the movie is not good, they are not okay, like just leaving the movie in between. Even if it is boring, they will complete watching it. Even if it is a boring series, they will complete watching it. So I have like stopped watching so many TV series after like 2 episodes. I mean, like, nahi chalega. So it depends on your own personal taste, and there are some books which may take me to completion. It depends on what you feel like. Okay, this book is like, very serious, and that, like, the author puts so much effort in the first 10%.
So are you a fiction reader or non-fiction reader?
Non-fiction only. I've
Oh,
never
great.
been
So
able
like
to.
you're so much like me, sir. You're so much
Yes,
like me.
I mean, like, I've tried sitting and reading fiction, and I'm like thinking, okay, this happened, that happened, some story is coming, but what will I do with it in my life? I have limited time in my life.
Ditto, ditto.
I have like
Uh,
limited time in my life. I would rather like watch a movie or like a cartoon like Rick and Morty, and just like watch some TV series so that they can, like, present the fiction to me in a visual way. If I'm reading, okay, like I have tried reading Harry Potter. I think I read 3 books of Harry Potter when I was in school, but at that time I was not a non-fiction reader. I have read James Hadley Chase. I have read a few Dan Brown books, but now with so many things happening in business, there is so much momentum that comes from reading non-fiction and self-help books that I'm like, every time I read like for an hour, I mean, like, my whole worldview changes, and a lot of things get revalidated, a lot of perceptions change, and it feels like a lot of momentum. It feels energetic. With a
Very true.
fiction novel, you won't get it, and you have limited time. You can probably read for like 2 or 3 hours a day maximum. And like, why read fiction novels? If people have like if I can pause time, and if there is like a time machine, and if the whole world goes to a pause, and if I can get like a week, and if I can get back to the same day after a week, I would still read non-fiction.
Non-fiction. So I completely relate to you, like where you speaking from, and I match with it. However, of like in the past 1 month, I've had a change of heart, and it started with this. So there's this book by Murakami, The Birthday Girl. It's very thin, okay? It's such
Okay.
a short story. I think
Okay.
it's 40 pages.
Uh-huh.
However, it's thriller in 40 pages. It's thriller. Yeah, okay, Norwegian Wood. I know, but I've not read it because I was not
I
a
have
fiction.
bought it, but I have not read it.
Okay,
Another book I recently bought was this, which
okay,
is
fine.
Factfulness
I know, yeah.
by
I was about to order it at 6 a.m. today.
Oh,
And then I left it.
okay.
And then I bought The Contagious
And
and
then
The
this I
Brother
got
Karamazov.
recently,
Okay.
Malcolm Gladwell's. So these are the things in my table right now. Obviously, there are like a lot more books around, and this I got. So I like to read books from a very different perspective, wide angles. Don't not just stick to digital marketing. I like to read about economics. I like to
Yeah,
read about
very, yeah.
history. This I mean, this is obviously like a
Yeah, I
must-have
know.
for
You
all the
recommended.
digital marketers. And yeah, there are like a bunch of books right now here on my table. There are a bunch of books in a lot of places, in a lot of shelves across my different houses.
So, have you read any of Robert Greene's books?
Yeah, 48 Laws of Power. That's my Bible.
Yeah, yeah. So it's amazing. I
Yeah.
think it touches with the human, the way humans have functioned throughout the history. So I have all these books, and of late I had been going through parts of this book, The Seven
Okay.
Military Classics of Ancient China, and
Okay.
it baffled me how Chinese people have been utilizing all these techniques to conquer the world economically, politically, and everything. These
Nice.
2,000-year-old techniques.
Ah,
And so I have all these books collection by Robert Greene,
okay.
and I keep revisiting them. And the reading
Ah,
structure that you were talking about, like
mm,
you read a little bit and then you leave it, and then
mm,
you come back and revisit. So that's
yeah.
called syntopical reading. And that's how what I felt was, we usually, when we read an article in a
Mm,
magazine, we
mm,
don't forget it.
mm,
We don't forget it. It sticks
yeah.
with us
Yeah.
because there was no agenda or that compulsion ki pura khatam karna hai.
Ah, ah.
But if we like एक book पूरा उठा के पढ़ने लग जाएंगे, and then maybe we'll forget it.
Mm,
So
mm,
I totally relate to what you said. And yes, the final thing, the reason why I had a change of heart with related to fiction and non-fiction was that I'm very interested in storytelling, especially Nolan's movie, Christopher
mm,
Nolan. So
mm,
how he tells the stories. So I had bought this book for revisiting it, the Filmmakers Handbook. So in this book, it's about the filmmaking, the equipments, and the camera angles and shots. So I'm like very intrigued. How do these people think of stories? So I want to
Yeah.
read a little fiction so that I can understand the
Yeah,
story
yeah.
generation. The
See, it can help you with copywriting. Understanding a little bit of fiction
true.
can help you with copywriting because that is the style of writing and that is how you capture the reader's attention. And for that, you can definitely like what I did was that I went ahead and took this master class by Robert Greene. I mean, not Robert Greene, Dan Brown. Sorry.
Okay.
So Dan Brown has a masterclass at masterclass.com, which is
Mm-hmm.
about fiction writing. So I read through that, and he talks about how he actually structures the entire thing and how he gets people to be hooked into the story, and how do you capture people's attention. I think that is very good for digital marketing writing, email copywriting, and everything.
Sir, कितना similarities है? I did masterclass by Werner Herzog, the filmmaker.
Okay. Okay.
You and I are wearing blue T-shirt today,
uh,
different shades. We both are book lovers. I'm your student in digital marketing. You're the coach, so we have digital marketing. There's so many things in common. It feels
yes.
amazing today.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll remember this day, 28th of June.
Yeah. So you are like one of the most active students of batch two, and one of my supporters as well. Whenever there was a little bit of confusion in the group, you would like come and say that you'd like this is not right. You cannot like when we published the top 100 list, a lot of people were complaining that I did not come in the top 100, etc. I did not do that for batch three, but for batch four, I'm going to bring it back again, even though it's a little bit of effort on our side. What we are going to do is that instead of giving cashbacks for each and every assignment, saying that you came in the top 100, here is your extra bonus. What we are going to do is that we are going to score people, and we are going to give like a one huge bonus towards the end of the program for the top 100. So which means that
Wow.
if you did not come in the top 100, you still have an opportunity to increase your score and come back in the top 100 in the next assignment. So you work harder for the next assignment. You don't just feel like, okay, I've lost it.
And that
So
is a great motivation. Yeah.
so that keeps the tension going until the end. So every time they do an assignment, the entire top 100 changes based on the recent scores.
I get it. Yeah.
So there will be like
And
a
by
top 100 for each and every assignment, and then there will be an overall top 100. So what we are going to do is that we are going to
top
give you,
100. So like you had top 25. So now you have top 100 on top of all the assignments.
didn't we do top 100? I mean, like
No, for
okay.
like for each assignment top 100, and now
Yeah.
it's top 25.
Yeah.
So you have top 100 for them. Wow.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
have
that's
so
what
much
I'm
of
planning.
effort to put in.
And for each assignment, we are going to have like top 100, and there will be an overall top 100. So every time it will keep changing. So let's say you came in 87th position. I mean, let's say you came in 127th position in the first time, and then you came in like 39th position. Based on your scores, your overall top 100 of the first two assignments combined, you might be able to come in the top 100.
I
And
get
there
it. I
might be
get it.
people who came in the top 100 and then they might lose out to
I
become in
get
the
it.
overall top 100. So what comes in the last top 100 after 12 assignments, they are the ones who are going to get like a massive bonus. And I'm going to do like some crazy bonuses in this, where I'm going to skew the entire graph a little bit, where I'm going to say that the top person, like the number one person, will probably receive something like 50,000.
Wow.
And second and third might get like 25,000 cash back, and then it keeps going down. So there will be at
I
least a
get
few
it.
people
Yeah.
where they got
There'll
like
be like
2x or
the
3x of the
enthusiasm.
money. Yeah.
That'll
And
be amazing, mind blowing.
yeah,
Sir, वापस हम लोग join कर लेते हैं.
uh, yeah, actually you can do that because now the curriculum is much more comprehensive,
I know that. I
and the
know that.
price is going to be around the same. And if you guys want to join
You
again,
planned 30, 35 something, isn't it?
hmm?
Because the kind of content that you were giving, you had a plan like 30, 35 something.
30, 35 I didn't get.
30, 35,000 for the course, right? Because you
No.
conducted a poll.
No. But the price is going to be a little bit less because lockdown situation and
True,
a
okay.
lot of people want to join. But let's see, I'm going to price it similarly to the previous batch. But this is going to be 12 weeks, very comprehensive, very in depth.
That I'm very sure of.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I would like to clarify one thing. So you said that I have been one of the most active and the supporters of you. A lot of people feel that I do a lot of buttering, by the way. A lot of people feel that. Now, let me tell you, a week ago, I think, I criticized you as well, a little bit. There was a small thing. And I did it because what I wanted everybody to understand, that I don't support you because I'm a blind follower of you.
Yeah.
Is because I genuinely have loved the way you have conducted things, and you live true to your word. On some occasion, when it felt like you were not
Yes.
living up to it or you forgot it, I raised the voice,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
raised the voice
Like
in
for
such a way
example,
that
when we had that
doesn't
call,
insult you.
when we had that call, and I said that I will give batch 4 videos to everyone, and then I said that I will give it for people who have the testimonial. Then you kind of voiced your concern. I replied to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean,
like,
like,
this is important for people to understand that I'm not a blind follower. It's just that you genuinely do good stuff where I praise it, where I felt like there was something I had a concern, I raised it. And I raised it in such a way that it doesn't hurt anybody.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there are people who will be like, "Arey, ye tik nahi hai, wo tik nahi hai," whatever we do, we can't do anything about it.
True,
And there
true.
are people who will see the bigger picture and see, like, imagine that if they put their learnings into action, it's going to be 100x worth of what they have paid for the internship program. And I mean, like, it's very hard to compete with free. I mean, like, what are you complaining about? I mean, I'm giving you all the money back. And if you have not completed assignments, you won't. But I think 80-90% of the people have completed assignments, and I have paid back all the bonuses, and it has created like such a huge impact in the market. And I think there are some people who will be like, this should be better, that should be better. Instead of doing that, give me like constructive feedback. Send me a feedback. I'm floating the forms. There is an open forum to talk about it. Deepak, I feel that these are the areas that you lack. I think these are the areas I think you need to do better. Instead of randomly saying that, hey, I'm not satisfied, I'm not happy. You come to the class, you attend the class, you do the assignments. If you can't do the assignments, you have a community that can support you. You have a Q&A session. Go and do your own research also. There is only so much I can teach you. You go and find your own path. I can only take the horse to the water, I cannot make it drink. So do a little bit of research also. And I think anyway, that's like what, 1 or 2% of the people. But if like, if you are like really creating impact, and if you are coming up with something new, there will be definitely a percentage who will be like, no, I'm not
सर ये
happy, ये ठीक नहीं है.
सर ये वही लोग हैं जो लोग वेबिनार में जाने के बाद सर्टिफिकेट मांगते हैं.
Okay.
अरे सर कुछ लोग हैं
I mean,
अभी
like a lot
रिसेंटली
of
आई सॉ
people.
अ डे अगो
Yeah,
मेरा
I mean, like,
सर्टिफिकेट
I
का
don't want to put down the people
वेबिनार.
who are getting certificates. Like, there are a lot of sincere people also, but it's a satisfaction of learning. But it should not be just like, I will tell you, it's not the people who are just wanting the certificates. Okay, they take a certificate, they feel like they have attended a class, there is a validation. But when I'm doing a webinar and I say that this is like a certification webinar, I'm seeing like more response for it, more people are coming to that. And what I observed is that within half an hour of coming into the webinar, even without finishing the webinar, SAR certificate link, they will keep putting it on the chat box. And like, the webinar has not even finished. Even if you have completed the webinar, it's the learning that you take home. It's not the certificate. Certificate is an indication of your learning. Certificate alone is not going to give any value. And I have told it several times that certificates are not of value. Your project is your resume. Your resume is also not of value. Like, certificates are dead, resumes are also dead. Your project, which is like a live project, is the only thing that is alive. Your personal brand is the only thing that will help you get a job or a client or whatever. In fact, that gives me an idea. I should write a blog post on why resumes are dead, and do like a big proclamation.
That would be a great thing. I think I saw a video by one of the LinkedIn influencers.
Okay.
She's a lady and she's a big name in the industry. So she had an Instagram IGTV video yesterday, and she had flipped her camera and she was like, "Bhai, certificate क्या करोगे? मुझे ये बताओ क्या करोगे?" And it was a very polite rant, and I was like laughing. It was a good point raised. So same thing that you were speaking.
See, graduation, where you graduated from, will not help you with anything at all. Like, I studied civil engineering. I had like scored 78%. Like, none of my customers ask, like, are you even qualified to teach digital marketing? There is no such thing as, someone qualifying me to teach digital marketing. My digital marketing training is only based on what are the results that people are getting. Does it make sense? If it makes sense, then it makes sense. Even if I am like 10th pass or 10th fail for that matter, I can still do what I do, and I can have clients, I can do freelancing. And there are plenty of, people who have succeeded in business without like a college degree or whatever. And I think Even the degrees from IITs or Ivy League colleges, Harvard, Stanford, even those degrees are now becoming worthless, because if I am like expanding my company and I want like a, let's say, chief financial officer, rather than hiring someone from like an Ivy League institution with like a very high salary, I might rather hire a guy who is training small businesses on finance and accounting, has launched a course, has created written a book, and has a blog about financing. I mean, like, I like this guy. This guy knows what he is talking about. Let me hire him, and I will make him the VP of finance or the chief financial officer, rather than hiring someone from outside. And now I see a lot of startups I have worked with. Almost all the startups who have uh, grown, they have not hired IITs and IIMs. In fact, like, recently I was watching the Zerodha CEO's interview, and he was saying that he has like a 30 people tech team, and there are like 0 people from IITs and IIMs. And there is this huge feeling that there are IIT and IIM people who have like succeeded.
True.
But causation is different from correlation, right? Just because many IIT people succeed doesn't mean that because you are like cracking IITG and getting into IIT doesn't mean that everything is solved in your life. And that's also the problem. Like, one of the biggest markets for education is entrance exam coaching, IITG and UPSC exam, this, that, and there is like such a huge number of applications and such a low number of selections and such a high failure rate. I mean, like, how are they getting ROI on the education? And a lot of businesses are completely capitalizing on that market, taking it online and everything. And I have not entered that market. I might never enter that market, because I feel that in the long term, like, very long term, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years down the line, when IIT itself is not of any value, what are you going to do with IIT entrance exam? And what are you going to run a business doing IIT entrance exam coaching? End of the day, everything is about money. You invest money, you are trying to get an ROI. You try to do medical, you are trying to become a doctor and make money. You are doing whatever course that you are doing, degree that you are doing. If you just want to do it for the sake of learning, you have books. Just sit and read books at home.
True.
Don't go and spend some 20 lakhs in an MBA institution, right? Anyway, I think this conversation is going very tangential.
So just one last. I know. Just one last thing, because
no. We have time. I want to talk a little bit more about your transformation through the internship program and what you gained and what are the assignments that you did.
A lot.
Okay, talk more about that. Yeah.
I'll do that. But sir, I have a question for you. I think I needed your opinion, because this is a conversation that is very rampant across all the digital marketing groups and everywhere. But there's no digital marketing coach who speaks about it. And you may choose to ignore this question. However, because I know that you are very honest, and that is what is attractive about you. I wanted to get to know your perspective on this. Courses versus free YouTube, Udemy, and all these free videos and courses. Both have its pros and cons, because I have seen there was this javelin thrower who won gold medal in Olympics simply by watching YouTube videos. And we have millions and millions of people who use YouTube and they end up nowhere. With courses, there are like so many webinars, there's so many things, people don't take action. Yet there are people who have done courses and they succeed faster. So both have pros and cons. What is your view as to like a very clear, because I know you run courses and you have a whole agency, but because you can give a very big good perspective, which is why I want your opinion on this.
I will give you a very good analogy, and it will be a very simple analogy, and it will answer the entire question in a very deep way.
Wow.
Let's say you want to get from point A to point B. You can go and open Google Earth with a satellite view. You will get all the details, trees, lampposts, road color, everything you will get, but you will not be able to get to point B. You have so much information, but you are not able to get to point B because there is no turn-by-turn navigation. That is what is YouTube and all the content that is out there in the world. You have all the content there, but you are not able to process everything. You don't have turn-by-turn navigation. What should I do first? What should I do next? For that, you need a mentor. And the mentor is Google Maps. Google Maps takes away all the information from the screen. It does not show you trees. It does not show you colors and everything. Very plain, just border. Say that turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. If you just follow it, you will get to the destination. So being a digital mentor, which I am, I'm the Google Maps. I'm asking, where do you want to go? Do you want to become a digital marketer? And after digital marketer, do you want to sell courses online? Do you want to do blogging and affiliate marketing? Do you want to do a freelancer? So these are the directions. Put the destination. I will guide you to the destination. Obviously, there is going to be some price involved in it because I'm guiding you. However, I can still give the map to someone and they might still choose not to go to the destination, right? So you have people who can process the entire content and go there by themselves. It's like you are trying to find your way out of a forest. You have the forest map, and then you are trying like different directions. They have like so much motivation that they will get to the destination. And then you have Google Maps where it's much easier to get to the destination. And then there are people who will not get to the destination even with the satellite view or even with the map. So they will not take themselves to the destination. They will not follow the mentor, even if I give like a guided course. So I think that answers it.
So this answers everybody's this whole conversation, because मेरे मुंह से निकलता था तो ये कोई सुनता नहीं था. अब आपके मुंह से सुनेंगे लोग तो विश्वास रखेंगे, because आपके बात में weightage है. Okay, so end of these conversation, I'll share with you what happened with me
You had
during the
some
lockdown.
questions as well. You had written down some questions.
So I'll share. I'll ask you eventually.
Yeah,
So first, I'll share what I did
yes.
in the lockdown. So before this lockdown, I was running a fitness studio, machine free, for past 6 years, and I had been very successful in my city because I used to charge more than the Gold Gym, and I had a 350 square foot room, and I was charging for personal training individually, like 4-on-1. Yet I was charging a premium amount, and it was like 500 meters from the Gold Gym in my vicinity. Yet I was doing very successful, and I trained over 168 people in 6 years individually. So I take pride in that fact because it was my blood and sweat. I would wake up at 6 and I would come back at home at 10. And that's how I would spend my day, my father's office and my studio, and to and fro. So I had a lot of digital marketing courses, but I didn't touch them. In the March of this year, I was like, now this is time. It's enough. It's 6 years. I need to move digitally. I need to move online. So I wanted to do that. And I opened up the course, yours, 100-day blogging, because I thought like blogging ke through, slowly I can do it. And I was also preparing for cabin crew interviews. I'll tell this openly. I had not revealed this, but because I'm talking to you, I'll reveal this. So cabin crews, why? Because I felt cabin crews have a great personality. They're very charming. When you speak to them, they're so enthusiastic, and that was very charming to me. And I wanted to learn how to be able to speak that. So I joined another course that is by Nidhi Bilani. She's another YouTuber, but it's mind-blowing. So I did two things only. This time, I decided I'll not do anything else. Fortunately, lockdown happened, and it was a boon for me because now I had to not go to the studio. I had to not go to my father's office, and I only had to focus on your digital marketing internship and the cabin crew coaching. It was like a loop now. I was learning digital marketing like an entrepreneur, like a marketer, and I was learning physical persona and personality development as a cabin crew with Nidhi Bilani. I could not speak in front of camera. I had a lot of confidence interacting with people over 6 years, but I could not speak in front of cameras at all. Here, with the Nidhi Bilani course, what happened was I had to interact with the foreigners every single day and had to smile, because if as a cabin crew, if you're not smiling, they will point you out right away. I had to smile. I'm smiling. I have never smiled so much in my life, sir. So I developed the habit of smiling and speaking properly with confidence. And I would come here to this course, and there were webinars by you and the instructions coming up. And then I had to apply the marketing techniques. So both were going hand in hand. The only problem was, the side effect was, at once I had to think like a service person, and here I had to think like an entrepreneur. That was the only difference. Apart from that, it was all about marketing. So I would come into the digital marketing group and apply my video techniques, and I would interact with people instead of writing through videos. And it was amazing because I learned digital marketing. I never could learn it until 6 years now. I never could speak in front of camera. So these two courses, I'll openly say this, these two courses have changed me in these past 3-4 months, because I only focus on these two things, nothing else. I was sitting here for 90% of the day in this my study area. That's all I did. So digital marketing mein, the biggest thing that I learned was copywriting. I read copywriting, what is copywriting, but it never stayed with me because I couldn't understand the essence of it. But the webinar you conducted, and then I went through a lot of books and I think so many articles and so many courses just to get more information. I learned copywriting well. And I'm not a great copywriter, but I'm a good copywriter, I can say so, because I wrote good content, and I learned how to, the 7 sales triggers by Dan Kennedy, the book you suggested. So I learned copywriting, and I understood how marketing works. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say, how the other person interprets. If I'm talking to my mother, it has to be very different from how will I talk to my brother. They have to be different, and that is what marketing is. So I learned all of this, and lockdown has changed me, and thanks to you, because 50% of what happened was you and 50% was there. So both of you, thank you, thank you. And I think I made a testimonial video a lot very virally, because this is what the truth is. There's no buttering here, there's no nothing here. It's absolute truth. I did these two things. So now coming here, I at the end of the digital marketing course, around assignment number 6, I launched a 14-day fitness challenge, because I had the expertise in fitness, and I'm not boastful, but I know fitness in depth more than 80% of the trainers in the current market scenario, because this is my passion. I live and breathe it. So I launched a 14-day fitness challenge for my interns, my colleagues, and I think 48 people had signed up. And it was free at that, because I just wanted to get the flavor as to what I can give. And I would conduct Zoom calls, and people were impressed, because they had some neck pain here, and I would and I was asked them to do something in their middle back and the upper back, and it would solve the neck issues.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, in my studio, in my personal experience, there was this guy, 26 years old. He had cervical issue. He has been suffering from it for 6 months. I worked with him for 3 months, and I found that his calf was very tight. I released his calf and hamstrings, and his neck pain came down by half.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is what people don't realize. Yeah. So people don't understand this. And that is where what I wanted to get people to get the flavor of. And I launched it, and it was successful because people enjoyed it. 14 days too short to get a result, but people got the flavor, what they can do, what they can achieve. Then I launched a fitness and linguistic challenge. This was a paid one, where I had 8 people, and it was about learning a language in 20 days, the basics of it. The Tim Ferriss style, the key essence. And the fitness, 20 days, because they had done 14 days. Now you do 20 days. So you boost it up. And this was paid, and this is still going on. This will end on my birthday on 16th of next month. And now I have launched a handstand challenge that I have a live today. So I would request you if you can come and watch it for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Sure. So with another intern, and I'm trying to bring more people in, at least, because handstand is cool. It's not rubbing on your joints. It's healthy. And it's cool. It's cool, handstand, doing a handstand. You cannot achieve in 30 days, but you'll be much better than what you are right now. So if you can, sir, join in, I would give you all the guidelines and everything, and you can join in. It would be great.
Yes.
So this is what happened with me, and I thank you for that, because what you taught in the digital marketing allowed me to learn how to cater to people, how to interact with people. And I also learned one thing here during this internship is digital marketing is not just about content. Because everybody here, 800 people are writing content, but how many people are forming the connection? And that is what I did with the videos. And when I learned that, now everybody recognizes me, okay? And I have to show up every single day. If I don't show up, nobody remembers me, nobody cares. But I show up, people remember me. So it's all about connection. That means you listen to people. And last thing that I learned is you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. I speak a lot, I agree. But I try to listen more now. I try to listen more now, because you've been given 2 years. So thanks to you for that, sir. Because this is all a big chunk of it. Like 50% of it goes to you.
And I think, one of the things that I see in digital marketing is that when you do something on a small level for the first time, it's like you are going in that path, and going in that path again becomes like very easy. Whatever people are doing, some people have said that it's all over the place, it's not structured, it's all over, and we are like doing random things in digital marketing. And that is the whole point of it, because when I was a digital marketer and I worked at different companies, in one company I learned sales funnels because I had to do it. In one company I had to sit and run Facebook ads. In one company I had to do Google ads. In one company I had to create blog content, and I was not even sure of what I was doing, but since I was asked to do it.
Sir, please continue.
Continue.
I won't
I'm curious what that book is.
So I'll tell you. You complete.
Okay. So now, since I have done everything once, it's not like an alien concept for me anymore. And now that I am running a business, and I'm like, okay, I'm selling a course. Okay, I'm generating leads. Okay, I've got like a lead magnet. Now, instead of hesitating to go and run Facebook ads, which a lot of people do, they are like, I can't run Facebook ads because I have never done it before. So tomorrow when people get into a job or they are getting a client, immediately there is facing, Facebook ads, so I know I have run a campaign there. Let me go ahead and tinker with it again. It's like, when you are trying to find a new home or a new place for the first time, it's very anxiety inducing.
True.
And it's like, let's say your friend moved to a new house and you are trying to visit his house. It'll be like, where should I take left? Where should I take right? What color building is it? What color gate? Oh, yeah. And then once you go there, then you are like 100% clear. And next time it becomes like 10x easier because you have been there already, right? Even if you are going there like after like some 3-4 years, you still remember the place because you have gone there once. So for me, the entire idea for the internship program, at least the basic program, and then we will get to the like advanced program for each and every subjects. So we have like, digital marketing internship is one thing, and then we have Facebook ads internship, freelancing internship, and bunch of other internships planned as a later thing. But once you get the basics right, you got like your feet wet with all the things. Tomorrow you might randomly do something. You might want to build a landing page, sales page, or run a Facebook ad, or you might get a client who might be like, can you run Facebook ads for me? You won't be like, I don't know how to do it, yeah. And the idea is not to learn it perfectly. The idea is, get the basics right. As you said, just get your feet wet. And it's like in school, you don't learn all the subjects in 1 year, in a way like, for example, you don't learn chemistry for 1 year and then biology for 1 year and then maths for 1 year. It doesn't work that way. The learning process is very organic. In maybe like, third standard or fourth standard, you learn like basic mathematics, I don't think physics and chemistry is there in primary. I don't even remember, but you learn the basics of many things, right? I don't know. Now the curriculum might have changed, but let's say sixth standard may you learn maths, biology, chemistry, physics, geography, history, and you learn it on a level 1. And then you go ahead and do level 2, and then you go ahead and do level 3, then you go ahead and do level 4. So that's how you progress. Because there are going to be concepts in mathematics that will apply to physics. There will be concepts in one thing that you will apply to other thing. Everything is interrelated. So when you have such a complex subject, what a lot of people are trying to do is that, hey, I will just go and learn SEO. Then I will go and learn Facebook ads. Then I will go and learn this. Then I will go and learn that. And it takes so much time to master one subject. You tried that. And problem is that it won't make any sense. Like, for example, if you don't have your, if you don't get the basics of your audience, customer avatar and persona niche ready, you will not be able to make sales even if you are very good at sales. And if you are not good at sales, like one-on-one sales where you reach out to people and try to sell them something, you will not be good at writing a sales copy. And if you are not good at writing a sales copy, then your Facebook ads not going to work because you don't know how to engage them. And if you are running Facebook ads and if you don't know email marketing and marketing automation, you are not going to nurture the leads properly so that the leads can convert. So the idea is that you kind of understand the bare minimum basics once.
Very true.
So by the way, I will reveal a little bit of what I'm planning for the future. So what I'm planning is that something like the internship model where there is a cashback involved, but there is going to be very basics covered, but there are not going to be any assignments. There are only going to be videos.
Okay.
And these videos will have multiple choice questions that they have to answer. So it's very conceptual and theoretical.
Yeah.
You learn about Facebook pixel, you learn about this, you learn about that, and then you watch a video and then you answer like a multiple choice question. You watch a video, answer the multiple choice question, get all the theoretical part done. This is like, okay, 6th standard. Now 7th standard, which is like, higher standard or whatever, then you go ahead and actually go ahead and implement. And now these subjects will not be alien to you. And obviously everybody has to review whatever they have learned anyway, right? Once more. And then they will like go over the entire concepts one more. And here it will be more action oriented. And then they apply it and then they start taking action. And from there they go to the next stage. And then obviously there has to be some specialization, but even the specialization, everything will be included.
I know that you come up with such great ideas and you keep coming up with it. So this is the book that I was showing you, Range by David Epstein. You must have heard of it. So this book, How Generalists Triumph in a Specialized World. So the first chapter is about Tiger Woods and Roger Federer. From the time that they were born and the timeline into when they actually met and the conversation that they had. Because Tiger Woods was a specialist. His father raised him like only golf. And Roger Federer was trying several different things and then he became the world best. So they had this conversation, which
Oh,
is more
wow.
effective. That is the conversation. That is the first chapter.
Very good. I
So,
will bookmark it. In fact, I will add it to the cart right now. Looks
yep.
like a very interesting book.
So,
Hmm.
a part of my digital marketing persona says, "Sir, मैं आपको affiliate link दे देता हूँ."
Okay.
Okay, kidding. So,
Done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Send it.
sir, I
Like,
was kidding. Sir, come on, I was kidding, sir.
no, 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 no. Why not get the affiliate commission? Why give the commission to Amazon?
Amazon.
Uh,
So, wow, sir, you think I think like you, or you think like me, or we think alike. I don't know whatever to say.
I mean,
So,
like you gave me a recommendation, which is a genuine recommendation, and that is why Amazon has an affiliate program so that you can recommend things to other people. So why not?
that's nice of you, sir. Thank you. So here's what I would say. I am a polymath. I like to think of myself because I'm a very laborious person. I'm not boastful, but it's just that I have this tendency. I'm obsessed with things. I get very obsessed. If I want something, I'll get obsessed. And which is why I tried like, learning this first, this first, this first with digital marketing per se. Because with book reading, as we discussed, we do topical reading. We read. So like I read, just 1 second, sir. See, I read 3 chapters and then I have not read it right now.
Okay.
I have left it for a week now. I'm reading some other book. So I had this book. I took it out today. Hooked
Okay.
by Neerail.
I have that book as well.
Same page. So that's how I keep reading. But with digital marketing, because like, I'm not non-technical person. So it sort of gives me anxiety sort of thing when technical aspect comes in.
That is
So
why
I
the
get
internship program forces you to take action so that the anxiety goes away. Because
so it
once
has
you
helped
do
me a
it,
lot. It has helped me a lot.
yeah.
It has helped me a lot. So anyway, so with this book, the thing is, it tells you how people like you, what you did, what I did, what I do is trying different things and getting a better summary and picture and interconnectivity between things, and then specializing on one thing. So you have done it. I'm on that stage where I have to choose, okay, where I have to go, and that is one of my questions is.
That interconnectivity is very important because like one of the reasons I started focusing on the Indian market is because that I knew that the Indian economy will boom because I have studied a lot of economics and I have studied that.
I'm in economics, I'm a student.
Oh, fantastic. So you would have read works of Paul Krugman, Wealth of Nations.
सर कॉलेज में पढ़े थे उस समय लिए थे बिकॉज आई थॉट दैट वो ये बीकॉम से अच्छा है बट देन फिर फिटनेस में आया पैशन तो फिटनेस पढ़ने लगे तो फिर अब वो उतना डिटेल में याद नहीं बट आई अंडरस्टैंड द कांसेप्ट ऑल वेरी वेल so interest economics का interest भी
yeah,
match करता है
like one
again
of the most basic economic concepts is that when the average age of a country goes up, the economy of the country will go up irrespective of certain difficulties such as corruption and lack of technology, government not being good or whatever. This economy will still go up because when a person goes from 25 to 50 or an average male goes from 25 to 50, he ends up spending more and more. He moves out of his parents' home. He has his own home. He starts spending money for that. Then he has a family. Then he starts spending money for the family. Then he starts taking vacations. Then he gets married. Then he has kids. Then he spends money for the kids' school. Then whatever the kids need, all the way up to the kids' college, the spending increases from 25 to 50.
True.
50 May when his sons or daughters move out of the house, and then the spending drops again. Like, he does not need a 4 BHK anymore, does not need 2 cars, 1 minivan and everything. And what happens is that, the household expenditure kind of drops drastically. So when the average age of a country goes up so much like Japan, no matter what you do, you cannot revive the economy because people are not spending enough. People are
very true
thinking that, okay, future may returns aayega, for children I have to spend. And like, for example, US, instead of doing quantitative easing, and now there is this whole idiotic talk about, restricting immigration, where the entire country is aging. And how are you going to revive the economy? No matter how much quantitative easing you do, stimulus package you do, people are just not spending money. The circulation of money is not there. The economy is not going to grow. You have so much space. You have like some 300 million people in US. Let in another 200 million people, man. Like, let anybody apply, have like a rigorous process for it. These are the people who will go and spend. If I go to the US at this time, I will go buy a house, I will buy a car. The US economy will boom like anything because, I am going to be aggressive on my spending. I am not going to be saving money because I have the energy, I have the capability to work hard, and that's how the country can be revived. So it's okay. I mean, like, it's not necessary that
politicians hardly listen to economists.
I mean, like, it's like job loss ho raha hai. People from outside are coming and taking the jobs. What jobs are they taking? They are the ones creating the jobs. And it's so idiotic, so stupid, and they have like such a golden opportunity because they have such a big land, they have already a good infrastructure. I mean, like, make it like the biggest country in the world, man. Like, you can hold a billion. Like, if India can hold a billion people, US can
It's not
definitely hold a billion people.
5 time zones.
And the human race would progress, much faster. And I think there are a lot of systemic problems. But yeah, coming back to that, since I read economics a lot, I knew that Indian economy will grow, and I was the first person to start selling information products in India and focusing completely on India. And obviously, working at InstaMojo and Razorpay definitely helped a lot because I got the back end view of what's happening and what are the top sellers. And I noticed that a lot of people are selling this UPSC exam coaching, IAS exam coaching, and they are making lakhs of money. So it kind of revalidated the concept for me that yes, Indian can pay for information if there is some information to be sold. So I kind of, was able to see things few years before than it actually happens. And that is what is giving me an edge. And I know that now everybody is selling an online course and that is getting outdated. Earlier people used to charge 50,000 rupees for a course. And now then they charge it 5,000 rupees for a course. Then you charge 500 rupees for a course. And then you give it away for free and get people into your funnel. What's next? You pay people to learn. It's like if you have if you have seen the US interest rates is like going from 10% to 7% to 5%, so that every time they reduce the interest rates, lending goes up and debt creates money in the economy. And then eventually they have to go into negative interest rates. And negative interest rates is not technically like you borrow money from a bank and bank will pay you. Does not happen. It would be great if it happens. But negative interest rate is basically by the government going into debt. Once the people have stopped going into debt, the government itself goes into debt, and the government does not have a real asset to take the money from the central bank. The government just creates a bond, which is like a promissory note, just saying that I will pay back with interest, and it becomes like a government treasury bond. Imagine that if I just create a digital Deepak treasury bond and say that I will pay you 10% interest on this, and this bond is worth 100 crores, and give that bond to the bank and take actual 100 crores out of cash. How awesome it would be! But it would be a scam if an individual does it.
But the institutions do it, and that is okay.
I need to give my land or my car or as a collateral, or my gold as a collateral, but the government can just give a paper as a collateral, and it's just like a promissory note. And how will the government make money? How will they repay? They will increase taxes, it seems, and that's why all the countries will keep increasing taxes over time to sustain. So I kind of have a very clear understanding about all this. So when I approach this entire thing, and this takes years and years, if somebody who is trying to compete with me, if they are watching this video, they might very naively think that, okay, I got digital Deepak's ideas, let me go ahead and follow the same approach. After I launched the 100-day blogging course, there were a bunch of people who launched similar courses. After I gave away my free digital marketing course, a bunch of people started giving away free digital marketing courses. And okay, imitation is the best form of flattery. I'm impressed. And now that I have launched the internship program, bunch of people are like,
I know,
I will also launch an internship program. Dude, you have no idea the kind of plans I have for the next 10 years, 20 years. And you will always be like, playing a catch up, go come up with your own ideas, go read books. And I spend like 3 hours per day reading books, and I do the same thing that
so they are the followers, you are the leader in that case. That's evident now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, so my competition does not stand a chance. I mean, like, the way I see things and the things I see, they just don't see it. And it's very short-sighted and myopic. A lot of people are like, having a very myopic view, and I can tell them, don't do this. This is not the right way to do. And if you do it, maybe in the short term, you will make money, but 10 years down the line, you will be outdated. People just don't understand. And I'm like, okay with it. I mean, like, if I'm the number one, like, I'm not complaining.
Sir, ये वीडियो देखने के बाद मेरे चेहरे पे ऐसा लग रहा है कि I'm becoming a bigger fan of you because people will say so.
See, I'm not able to have such deep conversations with most of the people I talk to. And
I know we would have, which is why I was waiting for this opportunity, okay.
Sir. At least you are like, trying to wrap your heads around it. You are like, listening to it. And, I can see it on your face. There is some parts of it that you can relate to. And if I get a person like that, I can keep going on for hours and hours.
Sir, will you hire me?
What?
Sorry. Will you hire me? Sorry for that informal.
Why not? I can hire you, absolutely.
Sir, ऐसे कोई job request भेजा है आज तक कभी?
No, Abhi, with batch 4 there is a lot of requirements coming up. So why don't you start working maybe even part time, and I need like more digital mentors who can mentor people, do Q&A sessions, be part of my entire program. So we'll definitely look into it, and you can do your fitness thing on the side. And I have been into this whole fitness thing recently, and I've started like having like a regular fitness routine, started swimming every day I take like now I'm like taking 40 push-ups a day. It used to be like I could take only 10 push-ups a day. Now I'm taking like 40 push-ups a day every day, and within 6 months I have seen like a drastic difference. And I want to know more about it. I think I have read enough, but I think someone who can coach me on fitness, I think you would be the guy.
सर आप मेरी तरह हैं या हम आपकी तरह हैं, बिकॉज I asked you on a funny note, sir, ऐसा आपको किसी ने job proposal दिया, and you gave a very methodical answer, and that is what I do with people, and like you are ditto, like wow. People tell me you are so boring, मजाक में बोले थे, and then तुम क्या कर दिए. So anyway, sir, आपको ऐसा seriously कोई मजाक मतलब informally ऐसे कोई job request भेजा है, sir, will you hire me on a video
I
call?
don't see, one of the different things that I do, and which a lot of people don't agree on, is that I hire talent first, and then I come up with work that I can give it to them. And people keep complaining that, hey, you need to come up with the work first, and then you need to hire people. And there are people who work on a structured way. Like, there are people who are like Rahul Dravid, who will go by the books and who will be very consistent. I'm like Virendra Sehwag. I go hit a six in the first ball. Then
So
I might
I am a bit of more like Rahul Dravid, but I have a tendency of executing Virendra Sehwag style. Like when I'm taking action, it's that way. But I want to work like Rahul Dravid somehow.
You need both for success. You need both for success. I used to be very chaotic. Now I have kind of put a structure and order to it, with a lot of feedback from a lot of people who are well-wishers around me. And see, you have to go from chaos to order, order to chaos, chaos to order. Because without
I read
chaos,
about it. Somebody quoted you today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I can.
Yogesh Upadhyay quoted you.
Oh, okay. So, I put it out as a tweet. So, if you don't have any chaos, and if you're always structured and ordered, then you will do a great job of doing certain things. But then you will have difficulty coming up with new ideas, because you are
There will
always
be no creativity. Exactly. I was about to say this.
And when you look at people like Elon Musk, he's kind of both. He can be creative, he can do new things, but he can also be structured, and he can also take it in a structured way, right? So that's a very rare skill to have a combination of both. And almost every success in life comes from a combination of both. Left brain, right brain. You need to be analytical, you need to be creative, you need to be scientific. So I think I started out as a very creative, chaotic person, and now I am getting structured, but then I will also get chaotic. You clean up your mess, you create a mess. You clean up your mess, you create a mess. People who are not able to create a mess, people who are not able to be chaotic, they kind of get stalled. That's like, how Nokia got completely irrelevant in a few years after iPhone and Google came. Like you need like a Steve Jobs to change an industry. Steve Jobs, like, I don't know what he was tripping on, but but he came up with, fine, I will just make a phone with no buttons.
इसका सर उनका एक पुराना कोट था. He used to have this ideology. People don't know what they want. That is, he used to say. People don't know what they want. You have to tell them what they need. See,
I mean, a lot of people don't introspect enough to know what they want, so they end up adopting others people wants.
Very true.
Like, if people want like, hey, I want social status, I want gold, I want car. I mean, like, what do you want? If you want something and you end up achieving it, it's success. If you adopt someone else's wants, hey, I want a big bungalow, I want like a Lamborghini, and this is what I want because other people want it, then when you actually get it, what if you discover that that's not what you really want? And for me, my wants are like, very clear, very precise. And I think a lot about my wants, and it's not the world that has to define me what I want. I have to define what I want. And if I say that, hey, for the rest of the life, I want to close my business, don't want to do anything, I just want to read books all day, instead of 3 hours per day, I want to read 6 hours per day, and I want to live like a chilled out life. Sorry, there is some noise.
That's okay, sir. That's okay. So it's not too audible. Yeah.
So that way for me, if I get what I want, then I have achieved success. The society or the world did not call me a success, and that is how I have been doing certain things. Like for me, business mein profits alone is not a success. I have the capability to make a lot of profits right now, but I end up reinvesting a lot of money. I do these crazy things like internship program. For me, success is that, okay, I have seen transformation in my students. I have tried like a new idea and it actually worked. For me, that is like a transformation. And that is like a success for me. And I get satisfaction in that success.
So I'll end this deep conversation here because I'm taking too much of your time with this way.
No. I'm enjoying the conversation. And I think this is a conversation that a lot of people will watch as
So
well. And they
I
will
have this
enjoy.
analogy. I have this analogy of the purpose of life. Okay. So legacy. There are three stages of legacy. I think this matches with one of my friends who also had this simultaneously idea of this legacy thing. His name is Umang Modi. He's like my elder brother, kind of. So it's my idea and his idea both. So the idea is that there are three stages of legacy. That means you, your near family, near and dear ones. Then there is people in your society, or maybe in your city, or in your state, or in your country. And then third is generations, that spans generations. Like Mahatma Gandhi, he's on that stage. Like he's done something and people don't remember that. People remember him forever. He'll be in history book. And to reach to that stage, you have to give more than you take. It's all about others. Everything we do in life is all about others at the end of the day. We wear clothes so that it appeals, it looks good to the other, because you cannot see your clothes.
Okay. Yeah.
You do great work, you do it for others so that others feel proud of you, your parents feel proud of you. You think like it is for your happiness, but your happiness comes from others' validation.
Yes.
I
Yes.
know we shouldn't validate all the time, but somehow it is based on that. If you don't get any validation, you wouldn't be happy. So that is the legacy that you were talking about, that money is not the only thing. And I completely relate to it, because people don't know who was the richest person before Bill Gates, was this
Yeah.
generation. But people know Mahatma Gandhi because
Yeah.
he is in that stage of legacy.
Yes. Yes.
And he didn't charge money and he was not rich. So I completely relate. Sir, I wish I could give you a virtual same pinch today.
High five. High five.
High five.
Yeah. So, see, for me, again, leaving a legacy, if people approach it with the intention of leaving a legacy, it's very difficult to leave a legacy.
Yeah, that is also true. That is
Yeah,
also
I
very
mean,
true.
like, Mahatma Gandhi did not necessarily want to go into the history books. He
Exactly.
did not like what was happening. He wanted to create a change, and he made that change, and he went into legacy. That is, something that people need to get right. You cannot imitate certain someone and try to leave a legacy by yourself. I mean, like, by the way, if talking about legacy, if somebody wants to leave a legacy, then creating a drip marketing sequence is the best way to leave a legacy. Like, even after you die, the drip marketing email keeps going to the subscribers. And you set up like a trust or someone who will just renew the email marketing tool. That's enough. So
That
I
is a
have this
cool.
dream of creating a 10-year drip marketing sequence where people will get 2 emails every week, and which means that would be like, let's say, 1 email every 3 days. So that would be
So
like
it's
300
like Gary
emails a day.
Halbert thing कि कैसे उनके फैमिली वाले सब उनका लेगेसी कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं.
Hmm?
The Gary Halbert letters, जो बोरॉन letters जो आते हैं मेल पे.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah, so today we are living in a technological world, and people can opt in into my 100-day blogging tips sequence, even if I'm in my grave, and people will be like every day, hey, today is the last day to buy the course. Go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, great sense of humor, sir. Great sense of humor. I love it. Wow.
So,
I never knew I would enjoy this conversation, because I was like 20 minutes सर का टाइम जाएगा ना, 20 minutes से ज़्यादा तो मिलेगा नहीं. So 27 क्वेश्चन को 7 क्वेश्चन में तब्दील किया. I didn't know I'm going to enjoy this conversation to this extent. Back of the mind था, पता था, because last हम लोग का जो webinars में 1-2 interactions हुए थे, and I could see कि the thought process matches. We had an interaction about marriage and age and all those things. So I instantly knew कि thought process कहीं ना कहीं match करता है. And I'm going to ask you one final absurd question.
sure.
Age is just a number. Age is just a number, and age does not matter. However, age is a real thing. And how does it feel like being in your 30s? I think you're 34, right?
I'm just feeling like I'm just getting started. I was
No,
like,
no, no, not in terms of enthusiasm, in terms of
okay.
everything, totality. By the way, you're 34, right, sir? Okay, great.
33
I'm turning
complete.
31.
33
Wow,
complete.
I'm completing 31 next month.
Okay.
So I'm also in the 30s league.
Yeah.
So how does it feel like being in a 30? Do you feel more matured or more sorted out?
See, there is this definitely the feeling of I have wasted a lot of younger years of my life with a lot of trivial things. Like for example, in 24, I bought a car which was like 28 lakhs, and my dad obviously wanted it as well, so we kind of bought it together. But I was a major force in convincing him to buy a car. But now I'm thinking that 28 lakhs invested with 12 to 15% growth, by 10 years it would have been like 1 crore or more than that. And I also feel like I've wasted a lot of time thinking about what others will think of me. How should I create, like, what is like the ideal life? I mean, like, I'm not, I was not the person that I am today. I was like a completely different person. And, you know, like I cannot go ahead and, like, if I met the 23-year-old me, I would be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, get your shit together, man. That's how I would be talking to me, you know? Because the
I
kind of
get,
thoughts I was having and the kind of things I wanted to do in life was very trivial, very idiotic, and very narcissistic. And like, if I met such a person today, I'll be like, oh, TK, like, you have a long way to go. And fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of things happened in my life which made me hit the rock bottom. And once you hit the rock bottom, in terms of everything coming at the same time, career disaster, relationship disaster, and a health disaster. So then you hit the rock bottom, and then you are like, you are still not dead, and then you are like, okay, I still have my life, and i
exactly.
can i can rebuild it from now on. And now I'm like making up for all the lost time in my previous years. Like, I don't watch Netflix, I don't waste time. Either I'm reading books or I'm working on my
Ditto.
stuff, investing in a very few relationships instead of having like a bunch of friends. I used to spend a lot of time going out, spending time with people, partying, having random conversations. And, I tried to have like a good time. And I was like looking at other people having a very good time with that. And then people would be like, Deepak, why are you withdrawn? Why are you not participating in the conversation? And there is part of me which is feeling a little bit guilty that, okay, I'm part of this group and I'm enjoying with them, but I'm also not doing justice because I'm not really being there. I'm also having this feeling that I'm wasting time and I'm not really doing something productive. And a lot of times, I used to be in a situation where I used to feel left out. And there are a bunch of people partying, having a good time, posting pictures on social media, talking to me about it. I mean, like, I also want to be a part of it. And then you become part of it. And then there are like multiple stages. You are like part of different clubs, different friend groups. And I felt that I have quickly overgrown every one of them. And that has been like one of the biggest problems for me. Like, I'm with a bunch of friends, then I'm like outgrowing them, then I'm alienating them. They also feel like, okay, Deepak has become like a big guy now, he won't talk to us.
Hmm.
And then I'm in another group, I'm outgrowing them. I'm in another group, I'm outgrowing them. So so I'm like, if I'm like the smartest person in the group, or I'm like the most sorted person in the group, then that's not a good thing. Because if you are surrounding yourself with people who are like, be complaining about their life, aise hua waise hua, this is not right, and people are complaining about the government, or something like that, it's not like a very good thing to stay in such a group. You need to stay around people who are like smarter than you, and you need to constantly surround yourself with people smarter than you. So you need to be like part of a mastermind group. And then your reality changes, the way you look at the world changes. No matter how much you read books, that's all fine. But then you need to go ahead and be part of a group where everybody is better than you in one aspect or the other. Like, for example, in the aspect of fitness, I'm pretty sure that you are better than me. Okay. So, there are things you can learn from me, there are things I can learn from you. And speaking of which, we need to create a mastermind group, and we need to be like really choosy who we are like putting ourselves inside the group. And we need to be part of like multiple mastermind groups. One mastermind group about fitness could be led by you, one mastermind group about marketing could be led by me. I need to be part of multiple mastermind groups, and I need to have my own mastermind group. And I think having mastermind groups is like the number one hack in becoming better. Like, for example, I am part of this Digital Masters Alliance, which is a group of digital marketers. We used to do the events together. And whatever we are doing now, I think 90% of it is attributed to them, with the group. Because the power of the mastermind is like if you have 10 people in a mastermind, the entire group is not 10x intelligent and 10x smart, it's 100x smart.
Very true. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I think we'll keep talking. We'll keep talking.
With regards to your story, except the friends part, I never had friends, like real friends. I never went out with friends. Apart from that, every part of the story that you said was relatable.
We are friends, man. We are talking for like 1 hour and time is just flying by. We are friends.
अब तो सर आपके सर शिष्य ही समझ लीजिए सर, अब फ्रेंड्स बोलिए जो बोलिए, तो आपका बड़प्पन है सर. सर बहुत लंबा चलने वाला है कॉन्वर्सेशन.
I think we have to end it. And we will post it on the DD Army group and let's
sure. और सर कभी फिर थोड़ा टाइम मिलेगा तो I would like your time again, and that time it will only be questions. Yes. Because I'll just ask you one question, sir. मेरे साथ क्या होता है ना सर, I can make complex things simple, but when I face simple things, my mind is not ready to get convinced that it is simple, and then I make it more complex by over planning. That's what I do. It happens with me. And which is why it was like बहुत tough तरीके से I have like been able to decide my niche as fitness, because I was good at so many things. I was thinking कि अच्छा Instagram पे हम ये करेंगे, podcast पे ये बोलेंगे, हम books के बारे में पढ़ते तो books का review share करेंगे, तो fitness के बारे में YouTube पे share करेंगे, और अपने courses में ये करेंगे. And I was not able to decide because I feel like I was not able to decide because of simplicity वाला चीज कि अरे भाई बहुत simple है. And उससे related बहुत सारे questions हैं sir. And one last thing, I am shutting down my gym, by the way. So I'm only shifting online because 4 महीना जो lockdown जो बंद था, so I have like a lot of rent to pay, around 2.4 lakhs rent. So I'm actually looking forward to a quick mode where I can make those 2.5-3 lakh rupees, so I can pay off the rent and I can vacate the place. So उससे related questions था. I'm very sorry sir नहीं पूछ पाए because हम लोग बात करने लगे, but I was enjoying the conversation and thanks to you for that.
So I have a tip for this simplicity thing, and don't focus on multiple platforms you don't need to. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, these are all platforms of other people who they have created. And a lot of people think that the medium is important, but I am saying that the message is important. It's, imagine that you have like a crowded marketplace and there is the king's chariot coming. No matter how crowded the marketplace is, there'll always be a way made for the king's chariot because the king is coming. People will just make way. So, just like we say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the message is ready, the medium will appear.
That's motivating.
And I don't focus on organic. I don't focus on a lot of organic content. I don't focus on SEO much, because if your message is so strong that people will read your message and they would want to buy your product. And if you are spending, let's say, $1 on ads, and if you are getting back $5 every time you spend, because your message is so strong, because you have understood your target market so well and it resonates, you are talking to their needs and pain points directly, it resonates directly with them, then they are going to come and buy products from you. And every platform, the organic content is there so that the paid content can be there. The paid content is what is, making sure that the platform survives, right? So when you have your message very strong, when you have your product market fit very strong, you really don't need much of social media marketing or much of SEO, because everything will go through your funnel. I still focus on SEO and social media marketing, but even if they don't exist, I will still run my business. I will run Facebook ads, get leads, do like a sales webinar for them, convert, put the money back into Facebook ads. So this is how I run my engine. So I think, you need to keep your focus very, very low. And you might have seen recently that I have stopped posting too many YouTube videos. And instead I have like recently posted like a 3 or 40-minute video. And I just want to post like, some 2 videos.
Lead generation.
Yeah, lead generation, and then ultimate guide to this, ultimate guide to that. I just want to like, post 1 video like that every month, or 2 videos like that every month. And then keep pointing people back to the same videos, instead of continuously churning out a lot of videos. It means like, you talk less and say more. If you look at these really powerful politicians and powerful gurus or everything, especially these spiritual gurus, they'll be like sitting calmly, and somebody will be asking, going on and on, like, I want answer to this, I want answer to that, and he will just give like a one sentence answer. Really like this question. So you
Sir,
need to like talk less and say more, and I feel like having that kind of focus is going to help.
सर आपका जो वो साढ़े तीन घंटे का जो वीडियो है द रील जनरेशन, इट इज अ ग्रेट वीडियो. आई हैव नॉट वॉच्ड इट फुल, बट आई वुड सजेस्ट सर आप अपना जो थंबनेल्स देते हैं ना सर, उसको और थोड़ा वो कैची बनाइए, बिकॉज
I
इफ
know
इट इज
I
आउट
have
इन द
asked my
पब्लिक.
designer to design the thumbnail, and designers work on their own. Very good designers work on their own schedule, so I will put like a better thumbnail for that.
um that is the lines mindset that you just said. If your content is good, people will come to your way. And when it comes to digital marketing, I still lack that mindset, like gutsy. जैसे फिटनेस में कोई बात बोलेगा ना, तो हम सर नींद से उठ के I can speak about it, and that gutsy. But when it comes to digital marketing, because I don't have that confidence yet, so I really thank you with what you said, that if the king's chariot is coming, people will make way. And that is the mindset, the lion's mindset, that you just said. And I think I'll keep that with me.
Yeah.
And one final thing, sir, very sorry, please, one final thing.
Go ahead.
So because I told you my predicament, that I need to earn some bit of cash to pay off the rent, and I know it's not going to happen instantly, but like the fastest way possible. What do you think I should opt as the medium? Text, video, or podcast? I've not been able to decide. Which one would you suggest should I focus on?
I think video and live video right now.
Live videos.
That's what gets people's attention. So might as well do webinars. See, the way I look at it is that you need to have video content. You can have text content also, which can be skimmable. But when you're developing a concept, it's a content that is the most important. You create one concept and make multiple variations of it. You make an audiobook or a podcast out of the same content. You create an article out of it. You create a Kindle book out of it. You go ahead and create a video out of it. Go ahead and split up the video and put like multiple clips out there. And then see, one of the things that I have started doing recently, this is like a very closely guarded secret, but if people are watching this video until the end, like until now, then they deserve this secret. So when you look at the music industry, how does people like, let's say, Taylor Swift or Britney Spears, or for that matter, the late Michael Jackson, how did they promote their albums? They used to go and do live shows. But when you look at the live show, the performance and the audio quality in the live show is not as good as the album. They do the live shows so that they can get their fan base in, and they can provide the content live, because fans are always wanting to see their artist live.
I didn't know this.
I mean, like, they want to see their artist live. If you go ahead and watch YouTube, and if you look at a live show or recording, the quality of the live show recording is not as good as the studio recording. Studio recording is the best made one. But it's not like, people have already got the studio recording, they won't watch the live one. They watch it live because it's their artist, they want to see it live, and when it is happening live, there is like a sense of it. So what I observed was that I am doing a webinar about lead generation almost every month. I'm doing a webinar about Facebook ads almost every month. And every time I'm recording the webinar and putting it out on YouTube. And I feel like while I am doing it live, I might be answering some people's questions. I might be like drinking water. I might say something wrong and I might repeat myself. But people usually forgive it because it's live. They're not like really bothered. But when you look at the recording of the webinar, I'm like not really satisfied putting out that recording, because it's like all over the place. I could do like a much better video if I just started did it. So what I did was that for the lead generation video, I went and recorded the 3 hours 40 minutes video very, very in depth. And that was like multiple takes, multiple bits. I kind of patched it together just like how they make a movie or something. And then I put it out there. And then I do the same thing as a live webinar. I go ahead and go over the same slides. And it's not as comprehensive as that video. So the live webinar that I did about lead generation was like 1.5 hours long, but the video is 3 hours 40 minutes long. But if I just put out the video, people are not going to come and see it, because it's a long video and it takes a lot of time, and you have like 5% of the people going all the way up to the end of this video. And for a 3 or 40 minute video, it's like 2%. Just because the content is good, people are not going to do it. So I need to promote that content. So I need to talk about it live. So once I did the 1.5 hour live webinar, and then I told people, now you want the recording of this webinar. I'm not going to give a recording of this webinar. Go ahead and watch this video, which is much more comprehensive. And then people go like it, comment on it, they promote it. And now people want to rewatch the entire thing because they saw me talking about it live. So now the next month I do the same lead generation webinar again. I would go ahead and promote the same video again. So now there is an add-on effect. Instead of doing like multiple video recordings of the same webinar over and over again, like what's the point of doing 12 Facebook webinars and doing 12 webinar video recordings? Everything is all over the place. Might as well have one kick-ass video where I put a lot of effort in, and every live video that I do is a promotion for that video. And in every live webinar also, I will do like a sales pitch. So there is a return on investment for the time spent, but I'm also promoting that video. So it's like I'm increasing the momentum of the flywheel, which is turning automatically. Like now that video is getting like 500 views a day without even me doing anything. It's getting 500 views a day because I had like hundreds of people share it on Twitter because I asked them to during the live webinar. And now a lot of people will come. So I keep like pushing momentum to that video, and eventually probably, hopefully, get like 1 million views for the
same. That is a great idea for me. So, and I think I'll cover all the questions if you give me 5 more minutes.
Yeah, we can.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah. Sorry. No problem. No problem. It's a Sunday and I have not really scheduled anything. Yeah. And I have to go for lunch in a while, but I have 5 more minutes.
So I have a call with Nidhi after this at 2. So like, it's back to back with you and her today. So it's special for me. Sir, एक बहुत बड़ा confusion हमेशा होता है कि I don't know if you have faced this question. एक होता है सर expertise counseling, जैसे fitness हो गया, wellness हो गया, health relationship हो गया, money making हो गया, ठीक है? So these are conceptual counseling, the whole blueprint and everything. And then there is tools coaching, concept coaching like WordPress and what do you call it, Facebook ads and Google ads and इस तरीके से. I don't understand कि how do people get into it? मतलब these people, they do not have any expertise, or because you cannot be passionate about a tool. Maybe you have mastered it, but you cannot be passionate about a tool, right? Like Canva, like a lot of people have Canva related whole niche. So like it confuses me that I know Canva. So should I open up a Canva course or should I just stick to fitness? It just baffles me. I'm not able to understand the tools coaching, the software coaching versus the conceptual whole blueprint coaching for life transformation.
Tools will come and go. Tools will never be like for a lifetime. It will always come and go. Some other, like Adobe might acquire Canva and they might just kill Canva. That will always happen. And again, when you look at Canva alone, why are people creating design? Again, it's not just so that they can have designs. There is an end result for everything. And you focus on the result. Like if you are into fitness or design or whatever, what is the end result? What do people want? For me in the internship program, I want people to have a little bit of experience with all the tools that I am describing so that they can become digital marketers. And they can go ahead and have that confidence. Yes, I can do copywriting, I can do sales, I can do ad copywriting, I can choose a niche, I can do keyword research. That is the goal that I have, and that is the end result. And what is the result of the end result? You can go and get a freelancing job, you can do affiliate marketing, or you can sell your own online course by using digital marketing to promote your online course. And that is the end result. For you, fitness might be, what is the end result? Go deeper and deeper. It's not like I want to have an amazing body. Why do you want to have an amazing body? Because I can attract girls, let's say. Why do you want to attract girls? It's because I think that I'm not able to attract girls. So why do you think you are not able to? Is there a self-confidence issue? It's not like you are just fit and you will attract like an amazing woman. It does not happen. Your mindset also has to change. So a lot of things are like that. So you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and they say no, people don't buy like a half-inch drill. They want like a half-inch hole. That's why they buy the drill. But it's not like really the hole they want. What they want to do is like put a nail into it, and it's not like they really want to put a nail. They want to put like a painting, like hang a painting on it. It's not like really want to put a painting because why do you want to put a painting? So that you can keep looking at it and feel good about it. You have a pleasant feeling, or you have visitors coming to your house and they are like, oh wow, this is a great painting. You want appreciation. So you need to hit the bottom of that need. And unless you understand the bottom of that need, then you work your way up. And once you understand that ultimate need of people, where they want to, like their current state and their desired state, once you understand people's desired state, the end goal will automatically be communicated with all your communication, starting from a random Instagram post or a Facebook post that you are doing. You will understand that this is the end goal of people. So you need to...
I get it now.
You need to choose niche and the methodology to go and tap into a niche based on end results.
I understand that now, because what was confusing me, I did not give you a better example, but I have that example now. Taleha, she is a podcaster and she has inspired me to, start a podcast. But I was thinking once, and I was talking to her, like a lot of people like my voice on podcast and my presentation. So should I also publish 100 episodes and then become a podcast mentor? I was just talking to her randomly, random idea generation. And then this question came up to me, like, should I do a podcast mentorship, like a software or a medium coaching, or should I stick to fitness where it's life transformation? But now what you said, it's about the end goal.
Yeah.
And if the end goal I have in mind, then I know which one will I like to stick to and which one will motivate me to keep going on.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think, yeah, it connects.
Even with podcasting, what is the end goal of podcasting? You want more traffic, you want more branding. And what are you going to do with more traffic and more traffic? What are you going to sell? And what is your product? And what is your product going to do to your customers? There is no amount of depth that you can get into. And then you have to position it accordingly. Within podcasting itself, there can be multiple angles.
True.
Mm.
Wow, sir. Thank you so much. So I think
Cool.
all my questions are answered on a basic level.
Okay.
And I think I'll do good with it. And thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Glad talking to you. And,
glad, sir. I think this is. I was wondering when will this happen, and you messaged at 1. I was like, wow, this is like unbelievable. I didn't sleep the whole night. I slept at 9 to wake up at 10:30 so that I can shorten down my 27 list questions into 7.
Okay. I hope it was worth it.
It was totally worth it, sir. Totally worth it. My Sunday is made. Now I'm going to talk to Nidhi for another 1.5 hours, and then my Sunday is done.
Fantastic. All right. Chalo. Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.